Hey guys. We're just situating. Can everyone hear us? It's not mine.
That's mine. I'm gonna drink it.
Hello. Hey guys. Oh. Can hear myself on here.
What up, what up? Welcome back. So excited.
We're not using our microphones.
Last night's
You're
episode.
Sitting. Oh, you got yours.
I got mine. Last night's episode was unreal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
sitting in a weird way.
Alex even noticed on Google when she looked up that the ratings skyrocketed for Love Island and that it was the highest for Love Island so far. Was it higher than our finale even? Or was it almost at that?
I don't know because I don't know the numbers for our finale.
Mm-hmm.
But it was double what it was on the on ours. Wait, who said Alex on the right? Oh, cause we're using a computer. It looks different. It's switched.
Oh, I was gonna say I feel like I'm always on the other side.
Oh, okay. So everyone's going.
It's
is
funny
James...
that everyone knows our spots.
I know.
But,
is James or Jeremiah going to be on? Yes, but we are recording with them. Because
Zoom, because just to respect their privacy and like be conscientious.
Not everyone wants to be live.
Yeah, we just need to be like conscientious of the fact that they just got off reality TV and it's kind of a lot just going on live. I think it might be too overwhelming, so we're just gonna Zoom with them, and then they feel a little less like pressure to say things and have more freedom to talk openly.
Right.
So we're gonna recap the episode here today, and then we'll be back. Posting the videos after we get them done right after this with
so look out
Jeremiah
for them tonight.
and James.
Yes.
Separately.
And sending your questions. We put a little question box on our, what the hell is it called? Instagram.
Yeah, on After the Island's Instagram, there's like a submission spot, so just send in any more questions. We've been receiving a lot of good ones.
Yeah,
so
there's a lot of good ones.
Yeah.
So we gonna ask all the questions you guys want the answers to. Bless you. Bless you.
I have had the worst allergies. Like, my allergies are insane. So.
All right. I'm going to move our little widget down here because that looks cute.
Oh, yeah. I like that.
Okay. So, guys, I think obviously not that much happened until the very end of the episode.
Yeah.
So, we see Jeremiah and James go home, and then it's kind of the aftermath of that, the discussion between Carrington and Kirsten about Carrington was really upset. She was excited to see a little emotion from him. And
he gets another % for that.
Yes. Carrington, I feel like he's going to have a lot of character development.
Yeah.
And he's going to end up being the one that we like. I have a feeling. Because I also noticed, which he had, usually Love Island doesn't ever put this kind of stuff on, but he mentioned that he was from a military family.
Yeah.
And the way that he used to lose friends, he would wake up one morning and their dad would be transferred overseas and he would never see his friends again. I feel for him. He probably had a difficult childhood. That's hard.
And that definitely could play into the fact that we see, like,
the
right
macho.
To the insecurities and the macho of trying to be, like, strong for your dad, trying to be strong for your friends, and maybe that's why the front that we see coming through is happening.
Yes, and I did like how the new girl, Lauren, was saying that she feels as though he has a lot of layers, but we'll get into that.
Oh, I like that.
Okay, so next we see Lauren come in the next morning.
Yes.
And we thought that was hilarious because it was so Michael 2.0. Justine
comes
out and is like,
pops her head out once.
It's a girl.
Sees it's a girl and runs inside.
It was hilarious.
Did anyone else pop their head out and
I think a guy came out too. Was it Trey?
Yeah, I think
because his eyes were like,
yeah.
So that happens, and it was what?
I was gonna say, we always think it's so funny. It's like a kid on Christmas. You run down and you see your presents, and that like Santa came, and you run back upstairs because you know you're not allowed to go down the stairs yet to see.
That's literally when Carol used to be like, "It's Christmas!" Like, it's Christmas! So, so then Lauren comes in, and I personally love her. I love her.
I think the only negative thing we had honestly, is we didn't like the eyeliner.
Yeah.
But we're wondering, like...
I think she got her makeup done.
Yeah, it was very dramatic, and she came in to play the dramatic kind of role, so maybe that was what was up with the eyeliner. But right after that, it came off, and we were like, holy shit, like, she's stunning. Like, she's beautiful. She is
so naturally stunning.
Yeah.
And yeah, seeing the eyeliner come off, but you guys, when you think about it, she's the girl who's coming in and, you know, turning everything upside down. So they want to make her look dramatic in any way they can.
Oh, wait, someone wrote it was Carrington that popped out. It was Carrington.
Oh, yes, it was.
It was Carrington.
Because he did the eyebrow thing again.
Yeah, it's funny. A lot of people point out they didn't like the eyeliner thing either. It was like... I don't understand it, but maybe it's a UK thing, you guys. Maybe it's big in the UK to have that look over in Oxford.
I can almost 90% guarantee that she did not do her own makeup.
I know.
And who knows, she might have hated it too, but like, besides the eyeliner, like, she is an absolutely stunning girl. Her body is insane. And I think like what's very important to talk about too is Elizabeth and I were talking about this last night, and we were saying it's really interesting to see the UK version versus the US version because a lot of like, I know Americans will be like, oh my God, she like has a huge butt or something. That's hot. Like that is hot. Stick thin is not, I mean, it's hot. Everything is hot. Beauty is everywhere in everybody. But I just see such a difference in the UK and the US in body types. And I am so happy that they brought her in.
Yeah, totally. And I think even this season they've had more realistic body types coming in. Some people actually.
I don't know. I don't know.
But she was like a Love Island dream. Like, she was everything Love Island needed. You know, someone to actually come in, be bold, stick to that, and not just say they're going to come in and be bold and then kind of sit back.
Right. So I think that's all very interesting. I'm just making sure the internet connection is good.
I'm really sorry.
You guys can still hear us, right? Okay, yeah. So I'm reading the comments. Connor is up. Yeah, okay, we're gonna get to that. Because we want to touch on, someone said realistic, they have fake boobs. Yes, that is a thing there. But I'm just saying, it's not all girls who are stick thin. I think a lot of other bodies are represented, which we need. Someone's saying, watch them playing some games. Yes, okay. So, cool. So then she goes around, she's talking to people. Who does she pull aside first? No, so the sunscreen thing. Can we talk about that?
Oh my gosh,
it's hilarious.
It's so funny.
Hilarious.
She purposely walks over.
Let me turn up the... There we go.
Yeah, it needs to be way louder. So she purposely walks over right where the boys are working out and just starts rubbing sunscreen all over her body, and they were all freaking out, and we thought that was hilarious.
Yes, it was everything we wanted and more.
It was like, yes, please go show off in front of them and start tempting them. Even the girls were looking from the kitchen like,
oh,
wow.
And that's what I loved when they showed Kirsten and all the girls being like, yes, girl, her body.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that is so good to see because I think that we're going to see a lot of drama this season, which we already have, but I think it was so important to show that all of the girls were so supportive of each other. It was I love that.
And even the new girl coming in that like was supposed to be, you know, stomping on all their territory, and they still were supportive of her. Right.
So she does that. She's talking to the we forgot to talk about Justine and Trey. The kiss. The
that
awkward
was so
kiss.
Awkward. He goes in and then like they hug, and we watched it back. It was so bad.
Yeah. So that was so interesting to see because I don't know. I feel like Trey knows what he's doing. He knows that Justine isn't interested in him, and he is putting on a show, making it look like he's all upset, but I think it's an act because he wants to get to know Lauren but doesn't want to look like the bad guy. That's what I see.
He's like acting like her grandpa or something. Like it's weird.
It is so odd.
He's literally acting like he's her grandpa.
So then they have that weird moment, and then Justine is talking the next day to him about how she's just like, I usually when I fall fast, and
she's like, I'm okay with slow, but this is too slow.
Yeah, she's basically saying there's nothing there, and she basically gives him the go-ahead, which I think he knew was going to happen all along, to go get to know Lauren. Which he is able to do that anyway because everyone has free will in there, but I think he doesn't want to look like the bad guy. So that was just a little interesting thing that I kind of picked up on. And then we go into the dressing room where Connor, Mackenzie, and Lauren are talking. And Mackenzie's like hugging Connor as he's trying to talk to Lauren, but I honestly think they probably went in there as a couple, just like talking to Lauren, and I don't know. I think that Love Island is setting Mackenzie up.
Totally.
And it was funny at first, but we also want to touch on that we do not want to see her go through what a lot of people from our season went through. And I think that she definitely is a little dramatic, which we all are.
Yeah.
And she is getting so much shit for it when I feel like James barely got any.
Yeah.
He did, but there were people sticking up for him.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just...
It's like, everyone needs to remember, yes, we watch this as a show, but we need to remember these are real people, and it's just clipping together a whole day. It's taking these little parts. So obviously, Mackenzie is not going to be as dramatic as she's being shown.
Right.
Even if it is, pulling what parts. And I just think, too, everyone should not be that hard on Mackenzie. We've seen it on social media. We don't want to be promoting any hate towards her. We still like Mackenzie.
Yeah.
I'm sure she's probably really cool outside the villa, and you're under a lot of stress in there. I think everyone behaves a little more irrationally than they would, and that's what makes it good TV, unfortunately. But and we understand that that's what you sign up for, but also she's a person at the end of the day, and I'm sure imagine her friends and family be so stressed out for her watching all this and seeing
and reading all the comments and stuff.
It's gotta be tough. So.
It is, and so we just want to remind everyone of that, and we definitely need to be respectful. We all know we make jokes about that kind of stuff because that's part of the show, but I don't want it to get taken too far.
Yeah,
because exactly what Elizabeth said. Everyone's a person at the end of the day.
Yeah. Do we laugh about her being dramatic? Yes. Would we love to grab drinks with her after and laugh about Love Island? Absolutely.
Because I'll support her crazy ass no matter what. Because I am too. So anyway, we basically get to how Connor is in the kitchen talking to Lauren, and she basically says, yeah, Mackenzie's really contrling.
Oh my god, it's just someone goes Elizabeth's eyebrows, holy cow. I know. They won't look normal for a week.
So I'm sorry, I'm following my notes. Oh,
we missed the official one.
No, that's what I'm bringing up right now.
Perfect.
So Lauren asks and is talking about how she thinks that Mackenzie's really controlling and they're in love and all this stuff, and she says, well, she made it known to me that you guys are official, boyfriend girlfriend official. And Connor kind of hesitates, and he says, I wrote it down because I want to point something out. He said, I definitely have those feelings towards her, but I haven't been able to make it official yet.
He says to her then in the kitchen, I just want to ask you in a special way.
Yeah.
You can't say that to someone and then go say I'm totally open to getting to someone new if you plan on, even if you haven't yet, he literally said, I plan on asking her to be my girlfriend. And I feel like that slipped right under the rug.
So, okay, here's my,
I go both ways with it.
My take on this is that something was cut out of that conversation because I think that he said that they were official and they cut it out because he's very articulate with his words. He was fumbling over them, talking to her, to Rachel. I mean, frickin' Lauren. I do not know why she looks like a Rachel to me. So okay. And then so Mackenzie comes over after the
Right.
boys are all talking and that kind of stuff.
To
And
the workout area where all the boys are.
no,
Is
wait,
this the
this
scene?
is still in the kitchen.
Oh.
So Connor is talking to Mackenzie, and she basically is saying, like, oh, did you talk to Lauren? Like, she's really cool, not threatened by her, like, so excited for her to come in. And he said, I wrote it down because I was like, what? He goes, I didn't say a whole lot, but Lauren mentioned what you said to her about the official thing. And he said they were official. And then I have right under it, something was cut out. Because I don't think he'd be dumb enough to lie.
Right. And also, like, he was sweating there. He looked nervous.
Yeah.
Like, he knows he's gonna get caught. Like, he's lying a little. And even though Mackenzie's being very dramatic and whatnot, he's still being kind of wishy-washy and lying a little bit. And I think,
yes.
I think he's getting all this, like, free Connor movement. He's being a little bit shady.
He's being
let's
wishy-washy.
keep that in mind, too.
Yes.
I personally, the way he's acting, like, even if Mackenzie's being dramatic, like, you can't tell me you're gonna ask me out in a really cute way and then turn around and go say you're interested in getting to know someone more.
Right. And
That sucks.
He did leave that out when telling Mackenzie that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. But I also think he's tiptoeing around her because he doesn't
Totally.
know when she's going to blow up.
Yeah, I think so too. I think he wants out. He wants, as we picked up on the word, escape, to escape. And I think he's just afraid of maybe hurting her feelings because he knows that she's super dramatic, aka wearing her heart on her sleeve, and is very outspoken about the way she's feeling. And so she's going to be extremely upset, and I think he's worried for that.
Mm-hmm. I think so too. I think Connor is probably a very nice guy who doesn't want to hurt anyone's feelings, but also is one of the people that is so concerned with everyone's feelings, he might screw himself over by coming
Exactly.
across fake.
Exactly.
So then we move on to the boys at the gym
Yeah.
freaking out over Lauren and her body.
I
Like,
know.
it was hilarious.
It was so
Johnny
good.
playing dead.
Yeah, Johnny, like, falling back over her body, like, as she walks away. That's great.
So something definitely happened where all of the boys knew that she was interested in Connor.
Yeah.
They knew because they
Yeah.
brought it up to him. And so
She must
I'm
have given
curious.
him a look or something. Or, like, said hi to him first. Like, there must have been something that we missed.
Right. And Trey is trying to stir the pot. He's literally there
He
for
is
one
such a
reason
pot
and
stirrer.
one reason only, to stir that pot. And he's funny. I will give him that. And he basically was saying to everyone, they didn't make it official. She made it official. And after all of the guys seemed to be ganging up on Mackenzie, saying,
Yeah.
if my girl was acting the way she acted last night, I wouldn't be with her.
Yeah. It's very clear that all the guys are not on board with Connor's relationship with Mackenzie.
Which is really easy to say when it's not your girl.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm low key a little team Mackenzie because like I feel bad. And
I know.
so and then Johnny goes on to be like, I sent these to you, by the way, if you want them. If you want them.
I think
So
I'm doing fine.
no, no. And so then Johnny's like, I'm bamboozled by these
Bamboozled.
answers.
I'm babooned. I said that the other day on accident. Did you know that?
No.
I said I'm being bambooned, and they were like, bamboozled. I was like, yeah.
Jump shift.
Yeah. That's my jump shift of the day, bamboozled.
So then Caleb jumps in, which, like, this is the first time we've heard him talk, so yay. And he says, if you were feeling that type of way towards her, and you did feel as though you wanted her to be your girlfriend, you wouldn't have said, we're not official yet.
Right.
You wouldn't have said that.
You'd be like, yeah, I do.
Yes.
Like, once you decide to have a girlfriend, like, you need to be confident about that. You need to be
Yes.
like, yeah, I have a girlfriend.
Right.
Otherwise, like, you don't. Like,
Right.
you need to figure that out.
And I'm sure, let's take it just out of the show for a second and kind of like what the behind the scenes is. I'm sure that he is being told, do not settle down right now. It is far too early. All of that kind of stuff. Because it is. It's a week and a half, right?
Right.
And I just think they're moving far too fast. So I guess we'll see what happens. And then I wrote true, Johnny talking to Connor. He said they seem to know that he's going on the date. They do.
Yeah.
They really are acting like it because this is before they even know anything about America voting.
I think they knew she would pick him if she had the choice.
Yes.
Is what it was.
Right. And so he goes, are you going to go into this date with an open mind and talk about Connor? Or are you going to go into this and talk about Connor and Mackenzie? And I thought that was such a good point that Johnny made. Because I could see Johnny going, like how Kirsten said when she went on a date, all she could talk about was Carrington and her. That she was just she loved him and like all this stuff and just kind of didn't open up to the guys about herself.
Right.
So I think that was such a good point.
Really good point.
Yeah. And so he said, I'm very interested in getting to know her.
Yeah, he made it clear. Yeah.
I just want to know if it's actually real that he said that. Like, I need to know.
Oh, like if it was clipped or something.
Yeah.
I feel like he did.
I feel like he did too. And then so we go on to see a couple of the chats. Carrington and Lauren start chatting.
Oh. Well, it starts, he's like, oh, do you want to, like, no, she goes, I think I'm going swimming, like, does anyone want to swim? I'm hot. And she's like, oh, I'll go swimming with you. Or he's like, oh, I'll go in the pool with you.
Yeah.
So he volunteers himself for that chat.
And then she's like, so do you want to go for a chat? So
yeah.
then they do.
She's like, oh, let's just chat.
And all of the girls are kind of sitting a little closer
to
the situation and conversation. And I really feel for Kirsten in this. I feel really bad for her.
She is freaking out.
She was freaking out.
She cried a little.
She was crying.
Yeah.
Yes. And this is what I picked up from that conversation. Kirsten pointed out that almost everybody in the villa had said a lot of these relationships are not what they seem.
Yeah.
Everyone, if you heard, Carrington said, if you hear our conversations, you would be surprised. None of us are locked in like this.
Yeah.
So I thought that was an interesting take.
Yeah. It is because Kirsten was just on a date and was like, I'm happy with Carrington.
Right.
And now Carrington's got his chance to talk to someone who's like, I'm totally open to talking to you.
Right. And you know what I caught Carrington saying in the beach hut? He says, we need some more people who are real. Talking about Lauren. Who's he calling not real?
I know, I need to know. Also, wait, you wrote something. Oh, he says I want a girlfriend outside, not just a villa girlfriend. So he's essentially calling Kirsten like his little Love Island villa girlfriend and almost confirming to us that he doesn't see it working outside the villa.
It almost sounds like everyone's playing a game at this point right now.
Yeah.
He's making it seem as though these are all relationships that are happening in the villa for the show.
Right.
When we get out of there, none of these are going to be real outside.
Yeah.
That's basically what I got from that.
Yeah, and it's nice that he admits, like, I don't want a villa girlfriend. Like, I do want a real girlfriend.
When he said that, that's when I think I became...
Fan of Carrington now.
He's got at least, like, 5 points now.
Yeah.
And, because he redeemed himself. Well... Not entirely.
Not entirely
but,
at all. But he's getting some points back.
But I'm shocked, too, that they kept that in there. Yeah. The real thing.
You wrote, too. Wait, you should say what you wrote next.
What?
This.
Oh, the combo thing?
Yeah.
So when he was talking to Johnny, I think he was talking to Johnny, he was saying how that one conversation with Lauren was better than any conversation he had had with Kirsten. Which is shocking.
That is because wild.
Kirsten
They've had a lot of time together, too, by now.
Yeah. And she acts like they're dating.
Yeah, like, she's like, they are very feely touchy when we see them walking around the villa. Like, they're all over each other.
The
like,
selfie.
I thought that they might have been low-key the strongest, and now I'm like, never mind, retreat,
take it back. Everything I said.
I take it back.
So, I don't know. I don't know. Someone said fake like last year. Actually, nothing was fake last year.
Yeah, what?
That's what's crazy. So...
Rude.
Okay, so when Kirsten goes in to talk... Oh, Carrington's water vase. He was drinking out of a vase.
Oh, yeah, we were dying laughing at that. Carrington was. We said it's a big vase for the big bad wolf.
I just am confused. Why?
His big bad wolf was starting to come out this episode.
You have a water bottle for a reason.
You know, he's thirsty. He's getting real thirsty with Lauren around.
Okay, and then we have to talk about the thing that he said to Kirsten when they started talking after he had the actual conversation with Lauren. And he's talking to Kirsten saying, you know, it was fine. Like, it was nothing. Like, you have nothing to be worried about. You just have to take it as it is. Like, we're strong. We had a conversation and she asked me a lot of questions. And then he goes, but I didn't ask her any questions. Like how?
I hate when people word things like that. Like, oh, he goes, I mean, I wasn't trying to get to know her. She was just trying to get to know me.
Yeah, that took away a couple of points.
Can't you just say, I know, he shoves his foot in his mouth every time I start to like him. Like, can't you just say, like, yeah, we were getting to know each other.
Yes.
Not, she was just trying to get to know me.
No, exactly.
Like, okay, like, whoa.
You're so cool.
Oh.
Okay, so, when I was taking notes for the girlfriend outside of the villa thing,
yeah,
I made a note to say he sounds like he's pointing out that Kirsten has a motive.
Oh, yeah.
Like, she has an
if
MO going in there.
Dots, then it could be that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And to be honest, I do see Kirsten as someone dumping him when they get outside the villa. After her tears, maybe not. Like, maybe it's real now for her in the villa. But I don't know if I could picture her being happy with him outside of it. And maybe he realizes that.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. And then
we get a tissue.
Go for it. So then we go into the Trey and Justine conversation that we touched on, in the beginning. And I have in all capital letters, Trey is playing a game. And he's doing it in such a obvious way that I don't hate it. Like, he knew that Justine didn't like him. And he is playing that up. That when she says, you know, I just don't, that there's no spark. It's just not there. And he's like, well, you know, I understand, but I'm really, really upset. Like, I'm just acting so sad. And I know, are you chugging my seltzer water right now? Mm-hmm. I'm going to kill you.
I only had 3 drink options, and they were all your drinks, and I had to swallow my allergy pill. I drank all of it.
I'm going to kill you.
I already drank my drink, and I needed to swallow my allergy pill. I can't breathe.
So anyway, I was just saying how I think Trey is playing a game. Yeah, I think he's taking advantage of Lauren being in there. He knows that he might have a shot with Lauren because there's a couple of girls that are going to be pissed if she steals their guy.
Right.
So
he could sneak in.
His face is give it away. He looks at the camera when he does something and he's like,
he just always looks like he's up to no good.
It's hilarious.
It's so funny.
He is reality TV gold. I do like him. And then so he pulls her for a chat when she's talking to Johnny. And he is like so freaking funny when he comes up. He pulled a Bachelor move and is like, can I take you for a chat? Did. And Johnny's like, really, bro? I think he was joking, obviously, but it was so funny. And anyway, so then Trey and Lauren go have a conversation. And that's when Lauren, this is why she's my favorite. She starts the conversation with, he says, give me an interesting fact. I was born dead. Who says that?
What?
Like, I love her. She's incredible. Like,
I was born dead.
She's everything Love Island needed. Everything. So, I don't know. I like her. She's calling out Trey.
She definitely called him out for all the boys. She was like, you were kissing everybody.
Yes, and that's what we needed. That's exactly what we needed.
She just gives, okay. Yeah, wait, I'm like jumping ahead in my mind.
Okay. And then, so Johnny and her have a conversation. I think that was before Trey, but basically where she's saying, you know, I think you're really attractive and we have a good conversation.
Yeah.
And then he's like, you're a very attractive girl, and but attractiveness is not something that turns my head, I guess is what he said.
Yeah.
He said it's all about personality, and he said at this point, I would have to get to know you better before I would ever even consider that.
Yeah.
Which he kind of says when he goes to talk to Selly.
Yeah.
Again, we don't know how much they actually talked and how much they talked about, but going off of what we saw, he was being honest by saying, I am really attracted to her.
Right.
She's physically attractive. Right. But you have nothing to worry about because you blow her out of the water, basically. Yeah. And it was just, I don't know. I can't tell if he's being sly.
I can't tell either. I think I need to see the date with them. I need to see another conversation with them.
But he did leave out the part when he was talking to Selly about how he did say to Lauren that he wants to get to know her.
Yeah, he
did leave that out.
He did. I noticed that. Also, we wanted to point out that we talked about Sally did a very good job of just keeping it cool and being like, do your thing, like, you know, this is Love Island, like, have your chat, and then just, like, let me know how it goes, and she's just very relaxed, she's calm, cool, collected, and that's definitely how you need to be in that kind of situation. You can't panic and freak out and cry, or it's just going to drive the guy even farther away.
And that's in real life, too, you know? Like, you do have to play the game a little, no matter if you're on Love Island or not.
Keep your cool.
So I think Selly 100% is keeping it cool, and guys love that. They just feel like...
They're like, oh, shoot, she's okay without me? Like, I need to come back.
Exactly, and Selly has that on lock. Yeah. She knows what she's doing.
Yes.
So then we go into the party, and they played Body, which was our theme song last year. We sang it every single day,
that song.
And it was just such a good vibe, so I loved that they played that.
Body
don't sing all of it because then we can't post
I'm
this.
so off tune that it would never even pick up on copyright. Can't sing for like shit. It would never pick up on copyright.
You'd be surprised.
Really? No way. If we get copyrighted for me just singing
I'm dying.
I would die.
That's hilarious. Okay, so that is when all hell breaks loose. We finally get to the party in the last maybe 10 minutes of the episode.
I have to point out, I was obsessed with Mackenzie's outfit. The white romper.
Was she wearing?
Okay. So cute. I want to know where she got that from. I love it.
So Lauren gets a text, and it says, America has voted you on a date with Connor. And shit hits the fan.
Oh my
Absolutely
gosh.
Hits the fan. But Connor also is not moving. He is a full mime. Like this.
So he was trying so hard not to look excited.
He had no emotion. He didn't know what to do. Which makes me so skeptical about him. Like, I just don't understand.
He panicked.
He
panicked.
Looked so shook. He was just like, what? Where am I going?
So Mackenzie storms away when she hears this. Storms away. I don't think anyone chases her at first.
Before she hears that, does she storm away before she hears that she goes on 2 more dates?
No, she was already gone.
Okay, so she didn't even get to that point.
No, she was.
But, so then Lauren gets the 2 texts saying, you're going on 2 more dates.
Yeah.
We called it Johnny and Carrington.
Yeah.
And then Selly is really the only one that's handling it well.
Yeah, she looks at Kirsten and gives her a cheers.
Yeah.
Like, makes a joke out of it. Like, cheers, our boys are leaving.
That's what you have to do. Like, you literally have to make a joke out of it.
It's out of your hands, and, like, you can stress out about it, but you have to keep telling yourself, like, our mindset, too, while we were there, we would discuss, like, if their heads are turned, they weren't for you anyways.
Exactly.
And if their heads are turning in here, they would have turned outside the villa, too. If anything, it was like, I want to be tested as much as possible. Like, I want the prettiest, coolest, best personality girls to be coming in here, trying to take my guy on a date. That way I know he still wants to be with me over anybody else.
Right. And it is a very, like, I kind of feel as though Love Island is a real situation that does happen in the outside world, except you're not seeing it all in the outside world.
Exactly.
When you're talking to a guy for the first, 4 weeks, you don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, he
at all
sees
times.
You Friday night, he goes out Saturday with his friends, and he's approached by girls, I'm sure, and they want to talk to him, and you just don't know that he's probably, and then he probably talks to them and realizes, you know what, I don't mesh with the personality or whatever, but, you just don't see any of it.
Right. So you kind of have a expedited,
You have a front row seat.
yeah, which is never great.
You got a front row ticket.
just imagine that.
The stress is bad. That's why it's like we can reason with Mackenzie for these reactions, because the stress from that kind of stuff, like, if there are, like, girls on here or guys on here, like, picture, like, your person, like, someone you're so interested in that you start talking to, and you have to watch that. Like, it sucks. It would hurt.
Yeah, and it does. So I think she is justified in feeling uneasy about it.
Yeah, have emotions.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with having emotions.
And let's be honest, guys. Mackenzie is carrying the show on her back. Like, she is providing all the drama, and that's exactly what we wanted from Love Island. Yeah. So, I applaud Mackenzie for carrying the show on her back.
I just can't get over, too, the last, like, 10 minutes of this episode was the whole episode, it felt like. So, then Lauren goes to follow Mackenzie upstairs First, Justine talks to Mackenzie.
Does she? No.
Or no, is that after?
No, I think it's after.
Oh, maybe it's after.
Because...
Oh, you're right, it's after.
So, Lauren goes up, and Mackenzie and Connor are up there talking. And Mackenzie is like, I don't want you to go on the date. Which, like, I understand. I've done that before.
But, like, you have to just let it happen.
Yeah.
And like, you can say, like, oh, I'm bummed you're going, but, like, I'll see you when you get back. Like, it's have fun. Like, I hope, like, don't miss me too much. Like, she could have made a joke about it, like, don't miss me too much. Like, I'll see you when you get back. Yeah. Or, like, we'll see how much you miss me while you're gone. Like, she could have just handled it so differently.
Right. It just sucks being Mackenzie and then seeing, like, Sally and Kirsten. It just sucks having all three, and then you compare them both, and it just sucks. I feel bad for her.
Because no one wants to be compared to somebody in any retrospect.
Also, this girl probably has... I'm a very emotional person, okay? And I freak out, but I'm not on TV, like, doing it just because I haven't had, like, an emotional breakdown on TV. But I probably would if that happened to me. Yeah. Because...
Same. I think, too, like, at the time when I felt the way I did with Zach, mm-hmm. if his head was turning into the third week or however long we were there for, it's been...
It's been the
2 weeks. Okay, whatever.
It's half. It's one half week.
Once I was
1
invested,
week and a half.
and if that happened and he was, like, excited and I knew all the guys were kind of ganging up on me, excited for him to go on a date, like, I would be a mess too.
Yeah.
I would be super bummed.
Yeah.
I don't think I would have acted the same way she did, but I would have been really sad and, like, my emotions would have come out too.
She's a Leo, right? I think she's a Leo. So anyway,
So Lauren comes up to their conversation.
Yes.
And she's like, don't worry, babe. She's like, babe, it's just dinner.
Yeah.
We're just going for a chat, babe. Like, we'll be back shortly.
Right.
And Mackenzie is like, get out of my face.
She doesn't even... But, you know, she wasn't rude to her, to be honest. Mackenzie wasn't rude to her. She was just... I think she was so overwhelmed with emotions that she could not look anyone in the eyes. She was just like, I have to get out of here. Like... Yeah. I'm going crazy because it does drive you nuts. Like, they were the one couple that was the most solid, even though we see cracks and stuff and insecurities in both of them. They were the strongest to our knowledge
before all of this.
Right.
So Lauren walks away and is like peering over the balcony, being like, oh my God, I can't. She's kind of making the facial expression of like, oh my God, I can't believe she's acting like that. And that cues us. She is there to just stir up trouble, and she thinks the whole thing is hilarious.
She is laughing.
She thinks it is so funny. But it's because she doesn't know any of them. So she doesn't have this, like, loyalty of, like, feeling bad because she doesn't have that, like, established friendship with them yet.
Right. Also, she does have the cop-out of, this was America, not me.
Yeah. And, I thought you were going to say the acting experience.
Well, also, she's an actress, so...
Shutting off emotions is easy for her.
Do with that what you will.
Yeah, exactly.
So, basically, Mackenzie is going, no, you guys go. Like, don't stay here. You guys have to leave. So, she's sitting there, and I caught on to, she was saying, I feel so sick, I'm going to throw up. I think that she physically probably threw up. And that explains to you how... many emotions she's feeling that she physically cannot contain them. I saw her go into the bathroom, and they did have the camera on the door for like a hot second. So I think that she physically made herself sick. And I've been there. I do want to say that. I've been there.
Yeah.
So
I'm just reading a comment I wanted to pull from Kyle. I get Mackenzie's emotional, but she has to take responsibility for the guilt her emotions cause for Connor. I totally agree with this, except for I don't think she can see that far right now. She's very blinded by her emotions.
Right. She's kind of a one-track mind.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and it's very hard. You guys have to realize it's very hard to rationalize your emotions. Let's put it on all chat, live chat.
Oh, is it not?
It was just the top chat.
Oh, oops, sorry.
So, no, you're good.
It.
No, you good. It's very hard to rationalize your emotions in there because things are moving so fast. You are yanked out, like, Connor was probably yanked out to go on that date. You have no time to get ready. You just go. So I do feel for her. Like, I remember when I had to go on a date that I did not want to go on. I was miserable. I threw a fit. Like, probably worse than Mackenzie.
I cried when I went on my date with Cormac, too. I cried. Mine was just off camera. I also cried for different reasons, but I cried.
Right, because
emotions are high.
And it's just so much being thrown at you at once. I do feel for her.
Yeah.
And so that brings us to the talk with Justine. When Lauren and Connor leave, Justine, who is a great freaking friend. I love Justine. I am here for her, and I do not want her to go. She pulls Mackenzie aside and is giving her a pep talk, basically saying, just relax. Like, they're just going on a date. He's probably not going to like her. Like, being a good friend is what I loved about Justine doing that, because everyone else kind of just let her have her own temper tantrum, you know? So Mackenzie, I think it all starts to work together in her brain where she's putting together that America picked Connor to go on, not Lauren.
Right.
So in her brain, which I can see this both ways. I see in one way, she wanted America to love her, and she was saying, I've been so nice, like almost vouching for herself, kind of making it seem as though she was trying really hard and it just backfired.
Yeah.
But also think about you guys going on a show. You know America's watching live, and you get that text. Connor gets that text, and you're with him, and you put together that America hates you. That is the worst feeling. And America doesn't hate her. Can we say that? Like, America does not hate her.
We don't.
No one hates, well,
you guys
we do not hate her. No.
She doesn't deserve that.
No.
She just, emotions are high. She's into it. She
Yes.
likes him.
And imagine how upset you would be if you found out the entire country voted for your boyfriend to go on a date with someone else. Like, I would be a mess.
Yeah, you'd be so in your head about it. You would overthink that like crazy.
Yes. And so I can see it from both sides. Someone goes, she wanted to be the power couple. I see that. I do.
Yeah, she did.
I just don't know enough about her where I can say it's one or the other, because I can't imagine if it was reversed on me.
Yeah.
I would die. I really would. I would just, and you know, some people can filter it out and they don't care, which is probably the people that should go on this show, because they're not letting all of that kind of stuff affect them.
Yeah.
But I'd be like, I'm moving to Australia. I gotta go. I would go. I would leave. I would be so upset. So I really do feel for her.
Yeah. So then this cuts to the first look, or the end snippet of them on the date, and Connor says to Mackenzie, I think you wrote it word for word.
Yeah, because so at first I thought, remember we were talking about it last night, where I was like, I think they clipped it. Like, all I heard was him saying, you're exactly what I've been looking for. So I thought at first he was saying, you know, Mackenzie walked in and I said, you're exactly what I'm looking for. I thought that. Then we watched it back. He says, when you walked into the villa, to Lauren's face, when you walked into the villa this morning, you were exactly what I was looking for.
What?
I
Yeah.
He's a piece of shit.
I know. He just wants out.
And the thing that he said that pissed me off, because that pisses me off, because he said something so, like, it's set in stone, almost. My loyalty to Mackenzie will outweigh, anything with Lauren. Mm-hmm. And then we see him saying that.
I know. He needs to make up his mind. I just need to see more of it before I start,
Someone said guys are trash, LOL.
Guys are trash.
And then Johnny is also having a conversation with her that we got a sneak preview on. And...
Oh, jeez.
What?
I remember this.
Oh, I thought you read something. I was like, oh.
No.
And he seems interested. He's going... She said, I like good personality. I forget what else she said, but Johnny was like, check, 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 check.
Yeah. And then they don't show Carrington on the date. They're saving that for us. So
I'm assuming their date's happening tonight.
Oh,
in real time.
Oh, yeah. No, it definitely is.
Because it's not on tonight, guys. Just remember.
It's definitely happening tonight. I bet... Oh, I was going to say they don't. But they already have clips of the dates. Yesterday, they showed us clips of it.
But not of Carrington, did they?
Oh, then Carrington's probably tonight.
Did they show us Carrington?
No, they didn't.
Anyone?
But I was saying they maybe didn't show Carrington because maybe he realizes before he goes that he just likes Kirsten and maybe it's all about that. And if they showed that, then it would be like not as exciting for us to see. So
that's
it could
true.
be that is what I was thinking.
That's true.
All right,
okay, so we have literally 2 minutes. Let's just take a few questions because we got to get on with Jeremiah.
Yeah. And we need to get him set up, and he wants to make sure his Zoom is working and everything. So.
Someone said Johnny was like, check, check, check.
Check, check, check.
No, they didn't show Carrington. Okay. How is Mackenzie different than James? Okay, this is my one big takeaway that I think is different. Connor hasn't asked to sleep in a different bed than Mackenzie.
Yeah.
That is a big red flag.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say about that.
Connor also, I don't get the vibe. I'm retracting what I was going to say.
Okay. Did you notice Mackenzie say her and Connor were falling in love? I did.
They didn't show Rachel or Caleb, the whole episode. Where were they?
Yes.
They were just gone.
And Moira.
Also, they need
and
more
Calvin.
They need more games and challenges.
I know. I think there's so much drama. They probably don't have time for it.
Oh my gosh, they don't.
I'm sure. I think we're gonna get a game next time.
Yeah.
Did any new people come in that didn't get to play a game?
Oh, Calvin and Caleb haven't played a game yet, so no.
Did anyone get kicked off that didn't play a game? No, because James and Jeremiah were both.
That sucked to not even get to play a game.
Yay, we get Jeremiah coming on the show. Yeah, it's gonna be so fun.
So. I think that's pretty much it. We can cover anything we missed, too, when we talk to Jeremiah about the episode. Yeah. But please like this video if you're on. Every time you guys like it, it really helps the video. I know I say this every time, but it actually does help when everyone just clicks like really quickly that's on right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then also, please subscribe to our channel. We love being able to do this for you guys. And, keep up with all this awesome support.
Yes,
we love
so
this.
fun.
This chat is so fun. What a cool community of people we have going on.
Yes. Someone said we never touched on Moira being on crutches. That really sucks. That sucks.
At least all the boys are nicely carrying her around the villa.
Okay. All right, guys, we're gonna hop on with Jeremiah.
Yes.
We will get it up as soon as we finish the interview.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yay. Thanks, guys.
Till
we have so much
time.
fun. We love you. Also, remember, Love Island is not on tonight.
So catch up on all our videos.
Yes. Get all the